Welcome to the First Lady Point of View show, everyone. I'm your host, the First Lady Felicia K. This is where you can expect culture, music, news, reviews, fashion, and exclusive interviews. So stick around. We got exclusive coming up for you that you don't want to miss.
You tuned in. It's the First Lady Point of View. First Lady Point of View. You tuned in. It's the First Lady Point of View. First Lady Point of View. Culture, music, news, reviews. You tuned in. It's the First Lady Point of View. You tuned in. First Lady Point of View. It's the First Lady Point of View. 10, yeah, we always on time. First Lady Felicia K on the line. You tuned in. First Lady Point of View.
It's the First Lady Point of View.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I want to thank you all for watching today. Today, we got a special guest in the building. We got Leonard Chadwick, and you might know him by the name of Lick. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, it's my pleasure. I want you to tell everyone, first off, where you're from.
I'm from Meadowview, California.
Yeah, that's a city, in case y'all don't know. That's really a city.
To me, it is.
To me, too. That's what's up. All right, I want you to tell everybody a little bit about what got you where we are right now with your trucking business. And then we're going to go into what most of us know you for originally,
Right.
which is music.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So what made you decide to start your trucking business?
I wanted to make a transition.
Okay.
I wanted to make a transition. Now, you know, I'm getting older, and life happens. So I wanted to make a transition from the streets to business, legit business.
Legit business.
Yeah,
I love that you
yeah.
said that. One of the main reasons I thought it was important to have you on the show is I saw where you made mention of you can't do that forever.
No,
right?
no.
The end result is not a good one.
It was only two options.
Right.
You know?
Right. Talk a little bit about that. What was going through your mind the day that the light bulb went off? Like this not it.
Honestly, it wasn't like a day. It was a progression of realizing like this can't go on forever.
Right,
You know,
right.
because it's dead end jail. It's just what they said.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just made the choice to do something right and They always said if you can run a business in the street or you can do this or that, then you can do it in a legit business.
Yeah.
It's almost easier
Yeah.
because it's less risk.
The
So
risk.
I found it to be easier, actually.
So how long have you had the trucking company?
Since 2020.
Okay.
2020.
That's when you had your own.
That's when I had my own trucking company. I got my license in 2018.
Okay.
And it's funny because I had a trucking job in 2018, and I got fired during COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, but that was the best thing that ever happened to me because it forced me to start my own company.
So in just 2 years?
That's all I needed.
Come on,
That's
somebody.
all I needed. That's all
Were
I
you
needed.
scared though when you first?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Everything, yeah.
But I was blessed. I was blessed because the situation I was put in, it just worked out.
Yeah.
It just worked out. I just had the opportunity to start it with little to no risk, and I just took a leap. I literally caught a flight to Ohio to pick up a truck. Didn't know how I was gonna get back, and that's how I learned the business, how to get home.
Okay. So as far as your long term with the trucking company, I know you mentioned that you want to teach others about how they could start a business in trucking. Is that your long term goal, is to get it to where
Most
you
definitely.
can have like courses or just hands on?
It's funny you asked that, and you're right on point because my goal sooner or later is to start a trucking school.
Oh.
I want to start a whole
Okay.
entire school. So I'm starting by just giving little jewels and know-hows and kind of influencing my people to get involved. And the main question I get asked is, where do I go to school? Where do I get my license? How do I do this? How do I do that? So I'm just telling people how to do it. But eventually I want to have the school where I can just say, come sign up.
Come sign up.
Yeah.
And then you starting that generational wealth too as well.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
Yes,
a
ma'am.
good thing.
That's-
Because you know that's important because you're a family man too.
Yeah.
On top of everything
Yeah.
else. And
got 4 kids.
yeah.
For sure.
And they grown now.
And they,
except
right.
the baby, but you got, your son is, I see your son on the news now.
My son was just on ABC 10. My daughter's at San Diego State studying psychology.
Okay.
So, and they old enough to see now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They old enough to notice what's going on. So that was a big thing, just giving them a good example, especially my son, because they need that the most.
Yeah.
So
I know they proud of you too.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I like to think so.
Yeah, that's what's up. So as far as, what would you say was the hardest part though about the transition from what was comfortable to just going out on faith with the trucking? What was the hardest part for you?
My pride.
Okay.
My pride. Feeling like I'm I'm Lick. I'm this rapper who I don't need a job. I don't need this. I can get money out the streets. No, it doesn't matter. How about that? You don't file taxes. You don't do that. Money is worthless.
Yeah, that's it.
So it was my pride. Like what I said when I got my first trucking job, it was a job that delivered at 7-Elevens.
Okay.
And
state to state?
No, it was a local job.
Okay.
It was Court-Mark. And I told the guy, hey, don't put me on Mac Road. You know the 7-Eleven on Center Mark, Mac Road.
Yeah.
I said, don't put me in Mac Road and don't put me in San Francisco because I'm scared to drive trucks. I'm new at driving. First Saturday, he put me in Sacramento.
Just because he told you not to?
Oh, man. And I'm out there with my uniform on, and I used to have to, with the dolly in the truck, and I got people double taking like, man, is that Lick? And that ate me up, but I knew I had a plan.
Yeah.
I knew I had a plan, but
man.
it worked out.
Yeah.
Now them same people wondering if that was me is asking me how you do it.
Yeah. Can I get a job?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I'm here for every bit of it. And I appreciate your transparency. That pride is something though, huh?
It is. It's our worst enemy.
Yeah.
It's our worst enemy.
It is.
For sure.
Yeah. And they say comparison is a demon too. When you compare to others.
Most definitely.
It'll get in your way.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I mean, but you moving though, like you really getting it done. Now you said that, you mentioned where I wanted to go next in the second segment, but you set it up. We're gonna double back to the trucking aspect. Cause like I said, most of us know you as Lick, right? The artist.
Yeah.
You've been Lick since I know you, right? Since forever. And like I said, before we got started here, we mentioned you on a previous episode for that reason. So, did you abandon music altogether?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Because it's like that's you too, right?
The second I try to abandon it, something pulls me back in.
That's your first love, then.
I can't get away from it.
Yeah.
And I still do it, whether I'm dropping music or actually publicly active. I got the studio at home. I'm in there because I do this. I do music for selfish reasons.
Yeah.
I do this music for me. I'm my biggest fan.
Yeah.
So I do it for me and just listen to it in the car.
Yeah, be enjoying it right now. I know that's right.
People hearing it is like a side effect, but
yeah.
So I can't stop because something always bring me back in. Yeah. Always bring me back in.
But you're good at it. Like you great at it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've been doing it a long time, man.
Yeah.
A long time.
Most
So as far as the music, do you have any projects that you working on coming out soon?
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what you can.
Me and T Nutty, of course, we working on our third installation of Banging and Slanging.
Oh wow!
You know the first one.
So did I just get a little gem right there? Did we just get some little jewelry? Yeah, some little exclusive. Okay.
Yeah. We working on that. I hope he see this, so make him hurry up.
Yeah, so we could get him in here too. We got now where we do a little spotlight where he could come and do a little something. I saw he just recently dropped, and I'm like, oh my God, like T Nutty is like going crazy.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary.
You don't hear his name as much in conversations as you should.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we working on that. I got a solo album I'm still working on.
Okay.
I'm taking my time. So why not? I took all this time. I might as well perfect it.
Yeah.
And there's something else about to drop in March that I can't really speak about.
It's all good.
But it's gonna be huge coming in March.
Okay.
It's
I'm looking
probably
forward
the
to that.
biggest thing I've done musically.
Wow.
For real.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Make sure when it's about to drop, you hit me up and say,
You know,
it's about to.
you're gonna see it. You know, come on, First Lady gonna see it.
Okay, all good. That's all that matters. What about you and Lil Meek? I love y'all together.
Yeah, that's my brother. I see him every weekend. He pop up at the house.
Okay.
Walk in. He don't even knock on the door.
He'll randomly tease us with music here and there,
Yeah.
but he don't drop like he promised.
Yeah, say that again.
Yeah, he don't
Yeah.
drop like he
Yeah.
promised, but I'm gonna stay on him to apply pressure.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's what's up. I love to hear that you're still doing the music.
Most
That's
definitely.
a good thing.
Most definitely.
Do you ever feel like the music played a part into your wanting to be an entrepreneur? Because you always kind of like owned your lane in music as far as like that ownership and having
Yeah.
control of your work.
Yeah. I think so, or I think it might be the other way around.
Okay.
Is my entrepreneurial abilities kind of fueled my music style? You know, the hustler.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Because I mean, I've had tons of businesses and jewelry stores and U-Hauls and
Yeah.
barbershops, and so I've always dibbled and dabbled in businesses, but I kind of put that into my music as a hustler's motivation type music, you know, get your money music
Okay.
type feel.
Okay. So what do you want to see happen as far as, you know what, I'm going to save that because I think we got to get ready for a break.
Okay.
And then we're going to get right into the next segment. We'll get into the next question.
Okay,
All right. We'll
okay.
give you a little breather, let you process. Man, I'm enjoying it though.
Thank you.
Y'all, make sure you guys come right back. We'll be right back shortly after this break with none other than Leonard Lick Chadwick in the building. We're going to talk a little bit more about entrepreneurship, the hustle, and the transition right after this.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut, the one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink, or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking, now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed, better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead, catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
First lady point of view. You tuned in.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. If you're just now tuning in, oh man, you missed a treat, but I'm happy that you're here. We got none other than Leonard Lick Chadwick in the building. We're talking about business, trucking, music, and much more. So let's get right into what I wanted to go into before we went into the break. Let's just still talk about the music a little bit.
Okay.
I want to ask you, how old were you when you first started doing music?
I've been playing drums since I was since '89. So I was about 8 years old.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So did you start playing drums like in church or just?
No, I
something
just
you
started banging on my grandma's couch,
and then start playing drums.
and she bought me a drum set.
That was smart.
Yeah, best
Gotta
thing
nurture
ever.
it, yeah.
Yep.
So do you produce too?
Yep. That's how I started.
Producing.
Yep.
Okay. I remember back in the day going to Icebox, and you would be sometime in there controlling.
Yeah. I was an engineer
Yeah,
at Icebox,
yeah.
and Icebox, it was the jewelry store.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Oh,
That was at SMG with Katie.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Katie as well.
Shout out to Katie, Tree
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah,
another
he-
entrepreneur.
Yeah,
that
I got to get him in here
most
too.
definitely.
Yeah,
most
we
definitely.
gotta set that up because I'm
Just
trying
COVID.
to really. Yeah, and he's a big part of.
I think we made our transition together from music to
Right.
business. We almost did we did everything together.
Yeah.
But we made that transition together also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as far as do any of your kids show interest in music by any chance?
No, not at all. No.
Not yet. The
No.
baby, you never know. Them babies
Honestly-
usually come out swinging, right?
She likes to sing. She'll sing Frozen all day long. So it might be her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frozen, they got notes, high notes. in there.
Yeah. She tried to hit them.
Yeah, okay.
For
So
sure.
you got the athlete, you got the medical. So yeah, you're doing all right for yourself. You recently bought your first home too, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
That's
Maybe-
major. That's worth highlighting,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. About
How's that
two
been?
years ago. It's okay. It's okay.
You said that like it's a bill.
Right, it's another
It's a
big bill, but
but hey, you
it's
blessed to be
fulfilling.
able to have. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I'm not gonna take that
Yeah.
from it, but yeah, that's something I'm proud of. That
Yeah, absolutely.
it was a
My
goal.
peers about that. That's major.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of your peers we can honestly say how many of our peers
Right.
is in a position to do that. So
Right.
that's major.
Yeah, it was, and that was all from the transition I made.
That's exactly
'Cause I
why
couldn't-
we wanted to talk about that,
I
right?
couldn't have done that any other way.
Because you mentioned about taxes, right? You said a legitimate business.
Thank you.
You got to pay taxes.
Thank you.
To be a homeowner, you got to pay taxes.
You
see what we just did there?
Yeah, that was a good, what you call it, a segue.
Yeah. For
that-
real.
you know,
It
for real.
goes hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the biggest lesson that you've taken away from, let's go back to the business aspect. The biggest lesson that you've taken away from business is what?
Business in general.
Yeah, business in general.
The biggest lesson, that's a good question. Is to just be self-motivated for one, and to always follow through. Follow through, I think, is the biggest thing I've learned. Because I can have all the brightest ideas in the world, but if you don't follow through, then it's just a dream.
It's just there, right?
Yeah.
So, what would your advice be to somebody right now thinking, man, I'm sick of this street life. I got to do something different. What would your advice to them be?
Follow through.
Okay.
Be self-motivated. Look at all the things you went through, and we go through a lot, and we do a lot, and if you can do certain things, if you can make it through what you already made it through, business is gonna be a breeze.
Yeah.
Cause that's easy.
Yeah.
When after coming from the street life and the fast life, business is easy. It's easy.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Because it's hard trying to survive and being antsy and watching over your
Yeah,
shoulder.
and stressed out where the money coming from next, and all that stuff. It's easy. Business is what you make it. You get what you put it. You get out of it what you put in.
You're gonna lose some sleep.
Most definitely.
But it's worth it in the end, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And so as far as the music, we see you're a great guest because I get to get
We gotta
best
be
of
all
both
over-
worlds,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
that's-
get to go back and forth.
Yeah.
As far as the music, what do you see happening with that 5 years from now? What do you want to see happen with your music 5 years from now?
Probably running a record label.
Okay.
Yeah, and helping the young cats out. I mess with a lot of young cats from the neighborhood, from LA, and I just focus on the younger generation, and just helping them out, trying to be somebody who I needed when I was young.
Right.
Because everybody trying to charge me and do this and that. I just needed some help besides Big Miko and 6ix9ine. Maul
Ma, rest in
was the
peace,
only
man.
two people who really looked out for me,
Yeah.
So I just try to be what they were to me,
Yeah. I like hearing that because those are my peers.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
And they were big brothers.
Yeah.
Or 6ix9ine was, Miko is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
I love hearing that though.
Yeah.
I always like to hear the positive. Like, you want people to know that about your people. That it's some good that come out of every area in every circumstance. It's some good.
Yeah. And you know what Maul was doing before he passed? What was he doing?
He
was trucking.
Ma was trucking.
Yes.
And he was helping like other people as well.
Yes.
Because I seen when he passed, somebody said, he just recently funded me to start something. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And everybody don't do it for show, right? You would have never known that if the person hadn't mentioned it.
Right. And he's the type, he's not gonna put it out there because that's not what it's for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was for fulfillment for him, the reward of knowing that he did it.
Yeah. And the same for Miko. He's trucking too.
I didn't know Miko was trucking.
Miko's been trucking probably longer than me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
That's
got his
good
own.
to know.
He's got his own company and everything.
And then Andre King.
Dre. Yeah.
Dre,
He's driving.
Shout out to Dre. Dre, City King
He's
Music.
driving.
Yeah.
Yep. I just talked to him recently.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a
Y'all need to. Is there such thing? Look, or maybe we could start it. Y'all could start it. I don't truck. Like you know how they have motorcycle crews.
A trucker
Yeah. Y'all need to start
gang.
that. Listen, y'all need to start that. The reason why I say that, because listen, that just randomly came up. Like all of y'all, all generations from the same section are successful owners of trucking companies.
And I can go on for a long time because we're not the only ones.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe y'all need to do something with that.
Maybe,
That'd be cool. Maybe
maybe.
y'all could all come together and start the trucking school. You know?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. I know I know at least I'm gonna be talking to Miko about it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, 'cause
I
I'm
know
gonna need,
he'll be all
yeah,
in, right?
You know, I'm gonna need some
Okay.
funding.
Yeah, that's why I said all y'all went together
Yeah, for
and do
sure.
it together.
For sure.
So do you do just like local, or you guys truck all? Do you drive all around? Because I know you're not just the owner; you're an operator as well,
Yes,
right?
yes. I'm local. I don't do OTR anymore. OTR is over the road.
Okay. Oh,
But-
thank you for that.
Yeah.
Little Jim, because I didn't know.
I have a driver who goes over the road.
Okay.
He likes to travel the country, so I let him do that in my second truck.
The beauty of being the boss, right?
Hey. But yeah, I'm local. I go to the Bay Area, and I come home and sleep in my own bed.
That's what's up. So you have how many trucks now?
Two.
And
the third is under, shout out my boy Kane Carriers, Tavon Kane.
Okay.
He was somebody that I just kind of mentored through it, and he was always telling me how to do this, And he was one of the few that actually did it.
Okay.
And he just got his own truck, and he's out there right now
Doing his thing.
wiggling. But he's running under my authority.
Okay.
So he got his logo on the truck, and I got my little logo on there too.
Okay, so it's like a joint collaboration type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you helping him brand himself too. That's what's up.
Yep. Just
So-
helping each other out.
What do you see for that as far as the trucking company in itself, like with the fleet? Like, do you plan to have more trucks
Most definitely.
going from state to state? Within 5 years from now, where do you see the trucking company outside of the school?
Yeah, I do. I wanna. The market, honestly, the market is real slow right now.
Okay.
And I mean, I guess the trucking standards, the market is slow. But eventually, I do plan on expanding and getting more trucks locally and OTR. But the need is for local trucks.
Okay.
To be able to make deliveries, and you can sign on with companies easier and get contracts when you got more trucks.
Okay.
You know.
So when you say locally in contracts, you mean as far as like, you guys service like mostly like stores, businesses, small businesses and stores, or like, how does that work?
It varies. Like now, I have a contract with a company who just sells a bunch of beer. They're
Okay.
one of the leading suppliers of beer
Okay.
in the country.
Okay.
But they do their deliveries all throughout the Bay Area, some in Sacramento, Reno.
Okay.
So I contracted with them, and I just make their deliveries from their base to their warehouses,
Okay.
and just back and forth all day.
Okay. So how long does that take you? Like when you go back and forth all day, is that like that's a full work day for you with just one company, or?
With that company, I was blessed to find this company because this is who I've been working with for the last maybe year or so.
Okay.
But
It keeps you busy.
I'm busy, but it's easy, and I don't want to make it because I was just blessed, honestly.
Yeah.
So my
And
days,
it might not be as easy as you think. It might just be easy for you.
well, yeah, it took a lot of resilience to stumble over this company.
Okay.
So that's why it's a blessing, honestly. But my days are like today. I work maybe 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
And
So, as far you said to find this company, so is that how it usually works? Do you look for contracts, or do the contracts find you, or is it both, or in word of mouth, or is it all three?
it's all three, but you got to go out there and get it. And that's a good subject, because to find this one specifically, I use kind of the street mentality to cut out the middleman and walk right in that building and say, listen, I'm going to go through you.
Yeah, right.
Cut these people out, sign me up with you. And
Either it's gonna work or it's not, right?
and it worked. They're like,
Yeah, that's
sure,
what's up.
sure.
It's gonna either work or it's
Yeah.
not.
So
You don't
I
know
got,
if you don't
got
shoot
this
the
middleman
dice.
out the way, and
Okay.
yeah.
So, as far as do you have a preference in the contracts you take, or at this point it's just kind of
It's
whatever?
wherever the money at,
Yeah.
I'm taking it. I'm
Okay.
taking it.
And you said you service Sacramento and the Bay. Is it certain areas of the Bay, or just the Bay in general?
It's really all through the Bay. All
Okay.
through. I drive all through. I I get up at 1 in the morning and drive to the Bay Area to be there at 3. And I'm all from San Francisco to Richmond to San Jose and back on the set.
Back to SAC. San Jose kind of far though.
I hate going out there.
Oh, okay, so it ain't just me. It seems like that's kind of far.
It is. That's the farthest one.
Yeah. And it's all with the same company right now though, so you don't have to try to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how big are your trucks?
53 foot.
I was told to ask that question.
Yeah. I got 53 foot Freightliners.
Okay.
Got a stick shift. Got an automatic.
Okay.
And we're big boys.
Yeah.
Big boys.
The big ones, right?
Yeah. We don't do no disrespect to box trucks, but we got semis.
Okay. So, do you want to shout out anybody? First, I'm gonna have you shout out whoever you want to make a mention. Whatever you want to pitch, whatever you got going on. If you got something outside of whatever, if it's your trucking, your music, pitch that, and then after that, I'm gonna have you give out your social sites and everything. Okay. Time flies when you're having a good conversation.
Yeah, that was easy money. As far as shout outs, I want to shout out my fellow trucking companies.
Okay.
Corey over at Change Auto, one of my mentors. Bakari Porter over at Porter Transportation.
Okay.
Kane Carriers, of course.
Okay.
M1 Transportation. These are all black men who made that transition and are doing their thing.
The right way.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm here for it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm here for it. All right, now tell everybody how they can get involved if they have any business or just want to follow you because, you do have content for music and trucking.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell them how they can get involved with you, all your social platforms and all that. Go ahead and let them know that.
Instagram is, with the trucking, is Trucking Business 101. Trucking Biz 101.
Okay.
And with the music, it's Liquor Store, Liquorsto, LIQUORSTO.
Okay.
On Instagram. Both are Instagram.
Okay. So anything else you want to let them know?
I think we touched all bases. We went around the world and back.
I love that for us, right?
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. I love you, King, and I appreciate everything that you're doing. And whenever you want to come back, you always welcome. The doors is always open.
Yeah,
it's family
me
first.
Gonna have to pop up.
Yeah, please do. I want that exclusive. Work that out for me, man.
Most definitely.
If I'm on, we on,
Most
and that's the motto, right?
Say that.
That's what's up, man. All right, y'all. I want to thank you all. Today was real near and dear to my heart. Y'all know whenever I could shine light on those who mean something to me or who've been a part of my journey, I'm always honored to do that. So I hope this episode was informative as well and that you got some motivation from it. I know I did, and I'm proud, man. It is what it is. Until next time, though, I want to thank you all for watching. Reach back for those that are coming up behind you and pay homage to those who did it before you. It's free and you'll feel good about yourself. I promise you will. Peace, one love. May God bless your hustle. And I'm out of here. Oh, and guess what? We are now a syndicated series, and you can check us out every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Comcast Xfinity, Channel 17, and ATT Verse, Channel 14. Until next time.
You tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view. First Lady point of view. You tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view. First Lady point of view. Culture, music, news, reviews. You tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view. You tuned in. First Lady point of view. It's the First Lady point of view. Tapped in, yeah, we always on time. First Lady Felicia K on the line. You tuned in. First Lady point of view.
It's the First Lady point of view.